Hello, this is video number 4 in my time value of money series. In this presentation, I'm going to show the calculations of future value of annuities. And as I show here, annuities are fixed cash flows occurring over a defined period of time. So the two elements in this definition are: one, fixed cash flows. It's going to be the same cash flow each period. And the second one is it's going to be a defined time period over which the fixed cash flows occur. So here in example 1, we show the future value of an ordinary annuity. Ordinary annuity, really we don't really need to put the word ordinary. Ordinary or regular annuity is the case where cash flows occur at the end of each period. So in this example, we have $500 each year for 4 years. And so to find future value, we could go the old school route and take the future value of each of these cash flows as I show here. This first one is going to be compounded over 3 periods, because from here to here is 3 years, regardless of the fact that this is where we are today. So valuation is based on the period of the occurrence of the cash flow and the time at which the cash flow's values is being determined. The second one here would be compounded over 2 years, and this third one over 1 year. And the last one is not going to be compounded at all because it occurs at the point where value is being determined, namely the 4th period, at the end of the 4th period. So when we do all of these, we sum them up and we find the future value to be 2253.06. Now we could also get real fancy and use the future value of annuity formula. And as I show here, the substitutions, and you can easily find the solution. Even better, use the BA2 Plus, the calculator, and here I show you the input. So let's do it. Let's bring it up. So the first thing you want to do, let me push this over here. So the first thing you want to do is you clear the screen. So then you go second, clear TVM, second, clear work. And we're going to stay on the third row of keys because this is where we find payments, as you can see right here. Payment refers to annuity payment. So we enter in the data in no particular order actually. So 500 is going to be the payment, 4 is going to be the number of periods, and 8 is going to be the required rate of return I over Y. And we're done. Compute future value. Remove the negative here by hitting the plus minus key. And that's your result right there. Second problem right here is also an annuity, but this is an annuity due. Annuity due is the case where the cash flows, the payments occur at the beginning of each period. So here, the first payment of 500 gets to be compounded over 4 periods, because from here to the point where value is being determined, we have 4 intervening periods. The second one over 3 periods, the third one over 2, and the fourth and final one over 1 period. So we sum up their future values to get 2433.3. And again, we can use the future value of annuity due formula. The difference is we're going to have to post multiply the calculation by 1 plus R, which is what you see me do right here. And you come up with the correct results, 2433.30. But let's go ahead and use the calculator. And this requires a little bit more attention here. I'm going to move this out of the way. So first, let's clear the screen. Second, let's go, well, no pun intended actually. Second, clear TVM, and second, clear work. All right. So because cash flows occur at the beginning of each period, we have annuity due. And annuity due, to implement that, we're going to have to carry out this ritual: second begin, second set. So that's begin here and that's set. Both are second functions because they are on the floor of the calculator. So second begin, second set. And now you can see begin right here at the top right corner. So we're good to go. But let's clear this. Second clear. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in these values. 500 is our payment, and 4 is N, and 8 is I over Y, and compute future value. And that's our results. Let's take that away. Let's take that out. So that's it right there, 2433.30. Now notice what I say here. Let me pull this out. I said important, quickly restore to original setting afterward by hitting, let's clear this, by hitting second, begin, second, set. All right. That way you don't leave the annuity do mode and inadvertently get your subsequent analyses messed up. So you do want to take it right back to where it was before. Anyhow, to wrap this up, let's go ahead and use Excel. This is the first problem here, the ordinary annuity problem. That's it right here. All right, and the function, I wrote it out here for you. So equal future value, open parenthesis, and it prompts you for rates, which I wrote out here for you, or click on this guy here, comma, it prompts you for number of periods, and PER, which is N, click on this, comma, it prompts you for payments. We got it going here. So let's click on this, comma, we do not have a present value, meaning a cash flow at time 0. So we're just going to have to type in 0 to let the computer know that we have nothing to put in there. And then that's it really. So whether you type that or not, it really doesn't matter, but I'm just going to leave it there for the heck. So close parenthesis, and that's your result. If you do not like this negative right here, so all you got to do is you can do one of two things. I hit F2 in front of payments right here, the purple one, all right, put negative, and your result becomes positive. All right, that's it. And for the second one, for annuity due, there's something more we're going to have to put. All right, so we go here, equal future value, open parenthesis, click on the rate, comma, click on number of periods, comma, click on payments. Again, I'm going to use negative, so my result comes out positive, comma. So again, we do not have present value, it's optional. So type 0. The reason I necessarily need to type 0 is because there's an argument coming after it. So I hit comma. That argument is type. It says 0 for end of the period, which you don't need to, or 1 for beginning of the period, which is what we have right here. That's annuity due. So type 1 and close parenthesis. And that's your result right there, which I already did for you right there. And that's it.